A week after the liar Duchess addressed the dangers of social media at a conference in Texas, she surprised everyone by officially reinstating her Instagram account. This action was controversial and attracted widespread attention. In the past, Meghan Markle gave all these warnings about the negative impact of social networks on psychology and one's mental health. So this has created quite a wave of public opinion. Well, join us right now to discover the reaction of the public and the reactions of insiders in this video. Very happy and a very warm welcome back to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel. Alright, so Meghan Markle has officially launched her latest venture on Instagram, her whole new brand called American Riviera Orchard. Now, supposedly, it's focused on lifestyle and cooking, and it's probably going to coincide with the launch of a new cooking show on Netflix. Oh, God. All right, so the Instagram account is featuring a logo, a bio that says, by Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and linked to a website where people can sign up for a waiting list. The account at this time had more than 460 followers. Well, I guess this is it then. I mean, now Meghan has officially gone from being a legitimate royal to just being an influencer and using her meaningless title to set up a beige and blurry TIG 2.0. And just in case you were curious about the direction they're headed in, supposedly Harry is off skiing with Kris Kardashian's boyfriend. Oh yeah, how perfect for reality TV. So it's one of those everybody is saying the same thing headlines, but I don't know what they're talking about. Nobody I know talks about Meghan Markle. I mean, why would they talk about her? She's so unimportant. And the TIG was never important. I mean, maybe it was important to Meghan Markle, but it certainly wasn't important to anybody else. The thing is, Meghan is not creative. She just believes herself to be. In another development, according to some, of all the princesses by marriage in her generation of the royal family, Meghan Markle is going to be the only one who is still married to her prince in 3 months. Supposedly, we're going to get some announcement about Catherine and William, the only princess in the world who sells jam for a living. I mean, how royal she is. I do wonder if she's going to be out to eat with her potential victims. Oh, I mean, billionaires. Meghan Markle is no Disney princess. I mean, she tries to use this Duchess of Sussex, expecting that she's going to be taken seriously, forgetting the fact that they ran away from England to commercially source their own income. I mean, they're complete failures. It was all about Meghan's plea she made for action, all about protecting herself and nobody else. How pathetic. And I mean, the media, why are they going so crazy over Meghan's new venture? Reminds me of how excited they pretended to be when Harry and Meghan first came to the US. Harry and Meghan are a couple of glorified celebrities, but 4 years later, they are some of the most hated people on the planet. And you know, dear media, that certainly hasn't changed for us who feel that way. It's just you creating this storm. Meghan's venture is going to fail like everything else did. I mean, Meghan Markle is not talented. She's not creative. She just expects glory before she even runs the race. And it seems like Harry's in Aspen, Colorado right now, so I wouldn't be shocked if she just trampled all over his mother's memory without him even knowing about it. Either that, or perhaps he doesn't care as much about his late mother as he pretends to. There's also nothing to be so proud of here. I mean, followers are pretty easy to buy. Mainstream media are all scared by The Observer and The Only Way. Now Dan Wooten is back, and he is ready to expose all Harry and Meghan's lies. And everybody's saying that Meghan Markle is desperate to get money, but she's just not that interesting and she doesn't have any real abilities. I have been saying for quite some time that everybody can't say the same thing about anything, but still the Daily Express insists that's the way it is. Many questions, though, are coming out of this little incident and reactions, too. I do hope that Meghan Markle is going to be reduced to filming in her own kitchen. Won't that be funny? What about her privacy? I mean, there are so many uncertainties in those actions. Meghan despises the royal family, but still, she's going to use that royal title whenever it's convenient. Meghan, why don't you show us that you really are this independent feminist? I thought you could stand on your own 2 feet instead of just merging that title all the time. You're not allowed to use it for your tacky businesses anyway. I mean, everybody is saying If there's anything everybody's saying, it's that Meghan needs to go away. I mean, and what about that Texas speech where she talked about staying away from social media? Well, of course we can't take her seriously. Everything that comes out of her mouth contradicts something she said earlier. And of course, 460,000 people just had to sign up for Meghan Markle's Instagram. I mean, what more needs to be said? Now, in the beginning, maybe people are going to follow. Maybe sales are going to be high. But if any actual work is required, then oh no, this is going to be a failure like everything else. Who's going to be making all these jams and stuff? It's not going to be Meghan. It's going to be produced somewhere else, and Meghan's label is going to be stuck on it. But anyway, we keep hearing these rumors that Meghan's going to make some more podcasts. I hope not. And now we're hearing she's going to have a cooking show. One who has a cook to prepare all her meals. Why does she need her own cooking show? So, if she's confident, then she should say Duchess of Cooking and selling coffee and jams instead of using that royal title. There's no shame in running a blog and selling stuff. I mean, Meghan's new lifestyle brand is absolutely doomed. It's going to be another failure in her illustrious career. And there's something else we cannot forget about. Meghan, why do you think it's okay to use that Duchess title to hype a product with American in its name? I mean, how confusing. After what Meghan did, maybe she thought that she really was going to be queen. Henry VII was fifth in line when his opposition just disappeared. Meghan is hungry for power and notoriety. She doesn't want privacy. And come on, King and Parliament, why are they not listening to all these calls to remove the titles? To take Harry and the Invisibles out of the line of succession, and also make Harry no longer a counselor of state. Please, can we find out what was in the bullying report? What about her fake pregnancy with Archofficial? There are so many more lies that need to be exposed. I guess service is universal. Well, a woman's place, I guess, is in the kitchen. And what about the boys at the all-girls school? What about what they said when Meghan was 11 years old? Procter and Gamble were told that they really need to change this dishwashing commercial. Meghan thinks it's okay to call the institution that gave her a title racist on multiple occasions, but she has no problem with exploiting that title for financial gain. Just wait until she starts merging her daughter and son, whose titles I don't really recognize, but she's going to exploit them. And the royal family, what are they going to do about it? And of course, Meghan had to launch this new company on the same day as the Diana Awards. Anything to put the spotlight back on herself. And of course, Meghan is back on social media, anything to make a quick buck. But what about the hypocrisy of spotlighting the evils of social media and then putting herself right out there on social media? Now, she copied Gwyneth Paltrow, of course. Meghan Markle has never had an original idea. And if she overshadowed Harry's virtual appearance at the awards, well, then I guess it sucks to be Harry. But in another development, does the world not know that for somebody as beloved by the public as high profile, the number of followers isn't all that impressive? It didn't go viral, that's for sure. It didn't even break into the top 20 on Twitter trends. So what's going on with Meghan and her bots? If you compare Princess Catherine, Meghan, and American Orchards on Google Trends, well, searches for Catherine are certainly above anything having to do with Meghan. Of course, most of those searches have to do with these absurd rumors, but still she is beating Meghan hands down. And another way is exploitation of the monarchy. That's what the late Queen was so against. Using their connection with the royal family to make money was disgusting to her, and she knew where this was going to lead. I mean, it's time for Harry and Meghan to lose those titles. It is time for the King and Parliament to work together to make it happen. Now, maybe King Charles is reluctant to rock the boat, but if he doesn't do something, I'm afraid there is not going to be a throne for William. What's going to be next after kitchenware? Adding their name to bathroom products, maybe? And I don't really care if Meghan has 300,000 or 500,000 or 1 million followers. It's nothing. Many people are just going to join to see who she's going to trash next, and then they're going to leave because she's boring. And the fact that she planned this launch at the same time that William was opening an event honoring Diana, that just shows what kind of person Meghan is. So, just a week after Meghan Markle shared her concerns about the dangers of social media at that conference in Texas, she has officially restarted her Instagram account. And this, of course, has attracted a lot of attention and has raised some questions about Meghan's views and consistency when it comes to social media use. This is an era where public figures are increasingly focusing on the impact of social media, so Meghan's return to Instagram has attracted interest and, of course, raised some concerns about the contradictory views of her points. We just analyzed Meghan launching a new Instagram account in a controversial context and time. And you, what do you think about Meghan's decision? Please leave a comment to let us know what you think. Don't forget to motivate us to make more interesting videos by leaving a like, sharing, and subscribing to Kate Middleton and the Queen channel. Goodbye, and I'll be back to see you again in the next videos.